Now students will discuss the object-oriented programming approach and how it is better than the procedural programming approach. If somebody asks you this question, what is object-oriented programming approach? So you will simply say that object-oriented programming approach is an approach of programming which follows all the concepts of object-oriented programming. What are these? Encapsulation, abstraction, polymorphism, and inheritance. The concept of classes and objects has been introduced with this approach, and because of this, what is the advantage? That we are able to implement any real world object as the software object. Suppose you got a pen on your table right now, so that is a real world object. Now I create a class in Java named pen, so that is now a program. We can create as many objects as we want from that class, pen 1, pen 2, pen 3, whatever the name we want to give, but they all will be of pen type, so they will be pen. So those objects will be called software objects. So that is a connection between the real world object and the software object. In the real world object, we call the features, attributes and characteristics, whatever the name you want to use, like pen color, pen brand, pen price. All these are basically the attributes, but these attributes, when implemented in the form of a software object, these are going to be known as the data or the data member. And these data members come into the object from a class. Similarly, to write, to draw, to cut, all these are basically the behaviors or job of a pen, the real world object I am talking about. Same thing can be implemented into the program, and it will be called function or a method over there. We can call it message also, one more name given to the function. So a class is a combination of data and function, and the process of wrapping up of data and functions or attributes and behavior is called encapsulation. Objects are created from a class. In the object oriented, data is accessed through the function. Means if you want to interact with the data, or you want to see the data, or you want to perform certain operation upon the data, the only way out is through function. And generally data is made private. That's not a rule, but generally we do that because it is good. That makes our data safe. So access modifier private has been provided for that, and this way we can hide our data, and this is what we call data hiding. So there is no direct access to the data, and that makes our data safe. Object-oriented programming approach has introduced the access modifiers named public, private, and protected. Public and protected we will discuss later. Private I have already discussed because that's quite important for the data hiding. So that simply makes our data safe. Now existing class can be modified here, and we can get another class, and this is the power of inheritance, and this gives us the ability of reusability in true sense. Like if today's somebody wants to manufacture a car, so the basic idea and the technology of the car is very much there. The person or the company can put his own or its own idea or the innovative ways to the existing idea of the car, and he can create entirely a new category in the world of cars. So less hard work is there now, and that is the power of inheritance, because reusability in true sense is there. In procedural programming also reusability was there, but that was only limited to calling function any number of times. But here we can create a new category by using the existing one. Means the data members and the member function of one class are going to be there in the new class or the new category, but it will be having its own features, its own behavior, or we may say its own data member and its own function as well. So that is the power of inheritance that gives us the reusability. Complexity is hidden from us, and it is there because of abstraction. We are only aware of what a function is doing, but what data is there, all these things are hidden from us. So that is because of abstraction. A function or a message can be processed in more than one form, and this is what we call polymorphism, one thing many form. So it's a very, very powerful programming approach and quite fashionable these days. Most of the software products are using the object-oriented programming. Now, advantages of object-oriented programming. First one is reusability, second is simulation, third is data is secure and safe. Reusability, I have already explained this thing with the inheritance, that we can create a new class from an existing one. I don't have to create something right from the scratch. So it is a reusable thing. What? Class. Simulation. Simulation is actually the process of creating a model of something that exists in the real world. Like if you are going to buy a flat in an apartment building. So here what will happen, they will first show you the model of that one day we'll be having this kind of apartments over there, these are the facilities over there. So that model is there. So the same model we can create as a program also, and that is only possible because of encapsulation. Means Java has given us the ability to combine the attributes and behavior, or we may say data and function, into a single unit. So that is possible because of that. Data is safe and secure because data is accessible through functions only. So functions are kind of interface through which we communicate with the data. So that is possible over there through the function. So that makes our data safe, and we make data private also. That access modifier is a very important reason for that. So two things which are making our data safe. One is private, access modifier for data, and second thing that we are not able to access directly. We interact with the data through the function.